So I have been planning this for almost 3 months now, or even longer, on a video of this channel's future because it is quite important. Um, the future of it is, I guess you could say, pretty bleak in terms of constant content. Um, when I started this channel back in 2017, I had a lot of different ideas for um, different content to be posted. You can see like most of the stuff that I still really started getting into it was like the streams and stuff was 2019 when I was able to do something like that. But first it was more of just like edits I did for FPW. But the main idea for this channel was because I wanted to make something entertaining and something that I found fun, entertaining to watch, and my friends would also find entertaining to watch. But next year is going to be a big year. And the future of this channel is looking pretty bleak because of it. Um, as most people know, I work a full time job now. I work close to 40 plus hours a week. And most of the time, I really don't have time to get on and constantly make streams. Like, I didn't even get to play the Fortnite OG Return because the time that it was out, I never got time to get on and play it. And if I did, no one else was able to join me in that. So, and everything else speaks for itself as well. Like, it's so sporadic. The last video I posted on here was 3 weeks ago, and it was my SmackDown Shut Your Mouth career mode. And then before that, it was just a random stream I did in the beginning of November. So, I think it's about time that I go ahead and say what's going on next year because it's important. Next year is a big year. Lots of things are different, changing. The main thing, there's a lot of main things, but the big thing here is I'm going to be retiring from all companies that I'm in for good. Back in 2022, in early 2022, I made a video on this channel saying that VGW was going to be coming to an end. Or BGW NXT was going to be coming to an end. That's when Takeover Afterlife came out. That's when the 5th anniversary show came out. I said that there was the change from 2K19 to 2K22 was so big that we really didn't have any idea of how we were going to continue what we do because the gameplay is so different, and it really is. The way that people put matches together nowadays are so different that it, most of the time I'm not even like, I don't have fun watching it because it's the same shit every single time. These new games are just this, it's the same shit. There's no variety coming out of it, right? So I'm going to be retiring next year from all companies. That means FPW, that means Purple Rain, that means any companies that I've been in, whether that any companies in the past. Um, and there's a good reason for it too, because next year I'm going to be moving back down to Florida. I haven't been, the last time I moved back down to Florida was back in 2019 when I graduated high school, and I stayed down there for a few months until shit really hit the can. And I haven't been there since summer of 2021. That was before I turned 20 years old. And, you know, it's, I've almost felt homesick, almost. Like, where I am now, I don't belong here. I really don't. And there's nothing I can really do about it unless I make a change, and that's exactly what I'm doing next year. Um, let's see, what else? I have a whole list right here I'm reading off of because I knew I was going to be kind of stumbling over my words trying to explain this. Um, And with me going down to Florida, there's a lot of stuff that I do now, whether that's commentating, whether that's doing matches or putting time towards making attires and stuff, I'm not going to be able to do that anymore. If you remember back in 2019, if you watch back old VGW NXT videos, when I first moved down to Florida, you can see there was a lot of videos there where I was very quiet and I was whispering. And, like, it was because I couldn't really put everything into commentating. So, now over the past couple, like, three or 4 years now, I've been able to put everything towards commentating. I've been able to put my emotion into it. I've been able to really show that I care about commentating about these matches that I do now. And if I move back down there, that's not going to happen anymore. Because it's just not going to happen. And also with that, when I'm moving back down to Florida, I'm not going to have any extra time for completing any company responsibilities that I have due to the living space that I'm moving into. And when I leave next year, my plan is I'm going to be finally taking that step. I've been living in the same spot for the past 3.5 years. And I've constantly said over the past couple years that, I've been wanting to try to take this next step, and I wasn't sure where I was going to go. But, like, I've always stuck to making content because I always found that entertaining, and that was, like, my happy spot, I guess you could say. So now next year, 2024, and I've said this is going to be a big year, I'm finally taking that next step to the next part of my life. I'm going to finally start to chase my goals. I'm going to hopefully live my dreams. And that's my plan. That's what I want to be able to do next year. I can't do that right now. When I move down, I'm focusing on my own health as well as going to the gym, building my self-confidence back up. And when I move down there, also, I'm going to have a full-time job as well. So even if I put most of my time towards that, I'm also going to have a full-time job as well. So literally almost my entire schedule is going to be booked. So with that being said, my plan on moving is next March of April of 2024 is when I plan on leaving. And, I look back at the history of what I've done since early 2017 when I first made my first company with Drago and a couple other friends that I haven't spoke to in years. And looking from then to now and being able to look at what I've accomplished and what others have accomplished, I want to have a last final hurrah within my friend group. Now, I didn't write this down, but I'm willing to finish, like, any stories that have been made. Hopefully get it done before March and April. I'm also willing to make some last appearances in other companies that I've been in. Maybe I might make a BZW appearance or a EPW appearance or something like that. An appearance in a different company just as a last hurrah for Best Tomcat 51, right? So, but the big thing next year is that I'm going to be having a retirement show through the FPW banner where I plan on many feuds to end and long-time careers will also be ending. I hope to... my plan is to hopefully try to invite as many OGs as I possibly can. Even if it may seem impossible, I'm going to try my absolute best to be able to get everyone back together for the first time in years. People that haven't talked to others in years. And finally get everyone back together and finally be able to enjoy, like, Best Tomcat's final show. But this is the last time I'm doing this. I'm being 100% dead ass honest. I'm never doing this again. Because what I plan on doing in my future circums that. Like, it's up here. So, with this retirement show, that includes the end of Jay Lynch, the end of Asamu, the end of Jonathan Hopkins, and of course, the end of my reign as the rated R superstar Edge, who I have had many promos on this channel since 2018. I've always spoke in the spirit of Edge, and being able to go into like my own character and be able to enjoy the time that I've had. Yes, it's coming to an end, on top of many others. So the card isn't finalized, but what I have planned will be a ton of fun. I'm telling you, I have matches booked that are going to be incredible. They're going to be fun to watch, and I'm telling you, like, if you care about like what I've done, and this is not me trying to be a dick, but like if you actually are a good friend and willing to like spend this last show that I'm ever going to compete in, I would really appreciate for you to show and stay through the whole thing, because that would mean the absolute world to me. With that being said, I'm even going to go ahead and give you a sneak peek on what's going to be happening in the main event of that show. So, as I said, Edge, and I've played as Edge for a long time consistently. Edge came into FPW in late 2017. And I came into FPW through, fun fact, through Maniac's company. Maniac Average used to have a company. And I remember me and Drago, we came into that company. We were going to play Scott Hall and Kevin Nash because Edge and Christian were taken at the time. I remember this. I don't know how I remember it, but I remember it. And from that, I met Cam. And through that, I went into Cam's company, into FPW. And when I came into it, I faced off against CM Punk. CM Punk was the FPW champion at the time. And we did Edge versus CM Punk in a 60-minute Extreme Rules match, because back then when we were young and we were 16, 15, 14 years old, that's what we did. We did 60-minute Extreme Rules matches. We did these crazy ass stipulated matches that became the match of the year in 2017. If you look at my bio on Xbox that said I put match of the year in FPW in 2017, I put that in 2017. That's been up there since then. It's been up there for over 6 years. And that match meant a lot to me because it showed that I had what it took to be an FPW. And then you go into when they moved on to Next Gen in early 2018, and when I finally got the game of WWE 2K18, that's when I started to gain the respect of everyone else. Because when we were on 360, like we couldn't have a whole lot of people in parties. It was more just like when we could do matches. But in 2018, when we were able to actually do full shows with full rosters showing up for those shows, we were the hottest show on Mixer. We were able to put on content for the ages. And even though most of them all of them aren't even saved anymore, which is really sad, in 2018 at least. It's fun to look back and at least remember the memories for it. So now in 2024, March of April 2024, Edge's last and final match ever, being played by Best Tomcat 51, will be against the man that he faced in his debut. The first man that he ever faced in this friend group company era. Someone he hasn't faced in many years. CM Punk versus Edge in a no disqualification match for the final rights of the rivalry. CM Punk and Edge became GMs in FPW in late 2021, which was the last time that they ever went face to face. And now here we are, years later. I'm 22 years old now. I'm not 16 anymore. And, I'm probably going to have Cam play CM Punk because he's the one that played CM Punk back then. So me and CM Punk, Edge and CM Punk, last time ever at the retirement show main event. Now, with that, is this channel going to be abandoned? I'm going to try to make this quick since it's almost 15 minutes. Is this channel going to be abandoned? Not necessarily. Because I love being on Xbox, I love being with my friends. Nowadays, back then, if you saw back then, I was addicted to it. I'm not gonna lie, I was very addicted to it. And you could kind of see my behavior as time went on, like kind of change a little bit, and for the better and for the worse. Um, but still being able to do what I do and playing Xbox is still one of the greatest moments of choices I've ever made in my life, because it playing Xbox actually showed me how to be socializing. It showed me how to like truly be myself, because I really didn't know who I was. I really didn't, to be quite honest with you. And so it will continue to be a place wherever I have interesting streams, whenever I'm able to stream. Um, I'm gonna do everything in my power, because I saw the GTA 6 trailer come out the other day. GTA 6 is gonna be coming out in 2025. Next year, we could be having a final ever GTA 5 stream. If you go on this channel, I made a playlist of every single GTA 5 stream that I ever uploaded, and it is 30 plus, almost 40 plus GTA 5 streams on this channel. Some of them are kind of bland, but some of them are some of the most entertaining streams I've had yet. Next year, we also could be doing the midnight release of 2K24, where people say that CM Punk's going to possibly be in the game. Bray Wyatt could be the showcase. You know, we could have all the versions of Bray Wyatt as a DLC. You never know. Whatever else comes out next year. My final thing to say, my final speech will be at the retirement show next year. From what I have planned, I have a plan to either open or close the show with a speech, kind of going over my career, kind of giving my thanks to everyone, literally as many people as I possibly could name that I have went through my entire career. Some names I haven't spoke to in years, but I'm still gonna bring them up and show that, you know, everyone that I've met, everyone that I've been able to be friends with means a lot to me. So, but for here, I want to say thank you, seriously, for everyone who gave me the opportunity to create content here, because since I was little, there's literally video proof of myself wanting to live to make others smile and act out to get reactions out of people. They're literally video proof of it. And, you know, I look back at what I was when I was a kid, where I didn't have to really worry about anything else. I just was able to be me. And, you know, now as I'm older, I still love to entertain people. That's like, I've always said it. I'm an entertainer. I mean, maybe one day I could be a pro wrestler. I don't know. With the way I look right now and the way that I am, no, it's not gonna happen. But will it happen in the future? Possibly. I'm more than willing to give it a try, because I love professional wrestling. I love the art that is wrestling. It's like one of my favorite things in the entire world. Now, like I said, I love to entertain others, myself and my friends, with all kinds of funny moments to remember. And even if they're fucking cringe now, you know, still moments like these can never be forgotten, and that means a lot to me. So, you know, if you go back on this channel, you look at some of the greatest moments. One day, I don't think it's gonna happen, because it takes a long fucking time to edit, as well as I'd have to take each clip of each different stream and then put them all together, which probably would take me a couple weeks to do. But I want to do like a best moments of all the years throughout my streaming years. So 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. I want to be able to make an edit of each year, and just some of the funniest moments that I could get from those years. Because there are a lot. There's like a lot of crazy, psychotic, funny ass moments that mean a lot to me and mean a lot to my friends, that become inside jokes as the years goes on. So, again, thank you for watching this. I appreciate everyone that has been willing to watch what I've been able to post over the last 6+ years, and to know that, um, you know, retirement it's sad. You know, this could be the last time. This show will be the last time we ever see Best Tomcat in a company match ever. But just know that I'm looking for bigger and better things. The last thing I'm gonna say on this, and I didn't put this on this list, next year in 2024, I'm gonna be going on a trip, a vacation, sometime around the summertime, where I'm gonna be going all around the country. I'm gonna save up a large sum of money, and I'm going to go around the country. I'm going to finalize and finally make things right with everyone that I have faced. Everyone that is willing to meet me in person, meet me face to face. I am willing to put things to rest. I'm willing to, hell, I'm willing to even talk to people that I never thought I'd talk to in real life in my entire life. And I'm willing to put things, make things right, and finally put things in the past. And that's my plan. Um, and whoever wants to join me on the ride, hell yeah. I mean, Drago. I mean, I plan on meeting up Drago, Alex, Cam. There's a lot of people, so I guess we'll look forward to that.